Isn't that pretty normal for Friday nights?
See, that's the response I was expecting, because lots of times, like you said, I have a cheesesteak on Friday nights, but this night a cheesesteak, but it was very, very different. My son's friend works for the state, and he was not way up north, but he was north of Vineland, and he was on his way home, and he likes this place in Vineland called Delsey Steaks, Delsey Drive. You familiar with that, Gear Jammer, over here on the Jersey side?
I know where Vineland's at, but I don't know particularly where that little spot you're talking about.
See, Route 47 is called Delsey Drive, and this place is on Delsey Drive, and it's called Delsey Steaks. So either way, he texted my son while I was over there bullshit with my son, and said, "I'm stopping at Delsey Steaks. Do you want anything?" And my son said, "I don't know what they got." So he sent a picture of a menu back, and I saw something I liked. A steak bomb. I think it was a steak sandwich, cheesesteaks, steak bomb. Had all kinds of shit on it. So I said, "I like that." So he picked it up for me. Man, that was the biggest goddamn cheesesteak I ever had in my life. There had to be 2 pounds of meat in it. Couldn't get my mouth around it. And it had all kinds of shit in it. Mushrooms, fried onions, even a little sprinkling of pepperoni. It was far different than what I'm used to.
Well, it sounds like you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. But, you know, when I get one local, Gear Jammer, it's a Sunoco, a cheesesteak, I eat half for, you know, dinner, lunch, you know, before I come out here. And then when I go in the house, I eat the other half. Well, I only could eat a quarter of it. It was so damn fat. I only eat a quarter of it. So when I go in, I'm going to eat another quarter, and I have a whole half left over.
Man, we got this little sub shop. Well, it's not a sub shop. It's a little mom and pop little convenience store. Which they do cheesesteaks, subs, stuff like that. And when you order a sub from them, like an Italian sub, even a small one, when I get it home, I can't eat the whole thing. You know, and I'm a good eater. A lot of times I always think maybe I should get the sub and then order an extra roll. Because you can literally build 2 subs out of that one sub.
You know, that's how much meat was in the cheesesteak I had tonight. That's a good description. Yeah, it could have had another whole sub roll.
Yeah, nothing beats a mom and pop plate. Now, it's a little pricey, but you know, you don't mind paying a little extra for something like that.
Yeah, you're right. This place, I normally pay $12 for a cheesesteak. This place, the regular cheesesteak was $16. What I got, all that shit on it was $17.50.
You don't make me hungry.
Ah!
Hey, Brother Rat.
Yes.
Do you know the name Danny's Pizza Pizzazz?
I heard it advertised on VLT.
That's who owns Delsey Steaks.
Really? Who is this?
They call me Mumbles once in a while.
Okay, Mumbles. Look, I haven't talked to you enough to recognize your voice right off. Good evening to you, sir. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I've heard Pizza Bazaars advertised on VLT for a long time.
Yeah, he's got a couple of places. They're pretty good. But now he's trying that Delsey Steaks thing.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, it was, I'm a fucking feedback. Wait a minute, gotta turn the stereo off. Yeah, that was one of the best, I didn't turn the right thing off. Best cheesesteaks I've had in a very long time. I'm not going to say it was the best I've ever had, but in a very long time.
How you doing, Mumbles?
Good, Catnip. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man.
He calls you catnip. I used to call him catnip all the time. I had a hard time breaking the habit of calling him catnip. Remember that, catnip?
Oh, yeah. You still flip up sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
You riding that bike, Catnip?
Yeah, I'm down for the count for right now. Waiting on master cylinder for the front brake.
Brakes are overrated.
Yeah, they're only there for stopping, right?
Damn. You ain't right, man. Brakes are overrated.
Put you downshift for it.
Oh, that's why they have gears on a motorcycle.
Yeah, just let the clutch do the work.
Just put your feet on the ground.
That's right, a front foot's down it.
I was thinking the same thing.
It only works if I yell yabba dabba do before I do it, though.
Otherwise, you run into the car in front of you, right?
That's right.
You can mount them asbestos brake pad things to the bottom of your boot.
How you gonna attach them, catnip? You gonna glue them, rivet them, screw them?
Oh, no, man, you gotta do it the right way. You gotta use duct tape.
Oh! My mistake.
You gotta use that 200-mile-an-hour duct tape.
My mistake, like I said. Didn't think of that. I know. See, I know the golden rule. See, if it moves and it ain't supposed to, you use duct tape. If it don't move and it's supposed to, use WD-40.
That's right.
You get your radio back, Gear Jammer?
I did. I went and picked it up today.
Is that what you're on?
No, I'm on the phone. No, I didn't. I brought it down, got it hooked up for it.
Had a nice squeal. If you did have, maybe somebody was trying to come in with you. Yeah, right on top.
Yeah, good, Jeremy, you did a horrible one during that transmission that he told you about, but now it seems to be gone, whatever it was.
Yeah, maybe I need to clean this mic. It ain't been cleaned in a long, long time.
Well, you know, I didn't analyze what I heard, but it could have been like fucking can't think of his handle. I haven't talked to him long enough. What he said could be somebody trying to come in with you. Damn. Takes me a long time to get a handle imprinted in my mind.
Further out, you ain't the only one. It's gonna sink in for me to remember.
10-4, I've only talked to the gentleman 3 or 4 times. And yeah, I'm still trying to, the more I try to remember it, the more it's going away. If I just forget about it, it'll pop into my head automatically.
I shook your hand before down sledgehammers.
Mumbles. Remember now, getting it together, down at Sledgehammer. When he lived on Federal Avenue?
Yep, shortly after you came back from Virginia.
Except after I come back from what?
When he came back from Virginia.
Okay, I've only been to his house a few times when he lived on Federal Avenue. Wow. So I've known you that long, huh?
Morning, marijuana affects the memory.
You know, wait a minute. What year was, yeah, I was a pot smoker by that time. When I first got hooked up with Sledgehammer, I wasn't a smoker. I was a drinker, period. I was scared to death of going to jail. I've been there. I didn't like it. Didn't want to go back.
Good evening around the by.
What's up, Tim?
I told you he was outside till it was damn near dark. Good evening, Tim.
Good evening, fellas. I don't even know who's all out here, but whoever's out here, good evening. I guess nobody's out there. You're Jammer, good evening. Soaking up some sunshine today, felt good. Yeah, I was out there, I had to fix one of the, I got lighting along my driveway and I had to fix the connector on it and wash the car, did everything. Get that here, Jammer. I don't know if somebody was coming in. You had a hum with you.
That didn't sound like mixed signals. I think you got a problem there, dear gentlemen.
Maybe a low battery.
Well, it could be. We gotta change the battery, see if that works.
Oh, the perils of talking CB. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
If it ain't one thing, it's 20 others.
Yeah.
You still waiting for parts?
Yeah.
What's that? Call up and say, hey, I need my parts.
Damn postal service.
Hey, Tim.
Yo!
Do you think that would help in this day and age? Nobody gives a fuck about you.
I guess you're right. Unless you could buy it somewhere else.
You're just a number on an invoice. You get it when you gets it. And we don't care when that is.
Now, when it's an emergency, the man has to get his transportation back.
Again, I say, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I don't care. I'm speaking as a supplier of parts.
Yeah, they got their money. They don't give a shit no more.
That's where you pay up front, right?
Nobody gives a shit anymore. Customer service sucks.
Change it to cash on delivery.
They won't have that. But what happened to that? You know, that was a thing for a very long time. COD.
Yeah, I remember the infomercials on television, late night television would say no CODs.
Yep.
They want it up front, goddamn.
That way, if they don't get it to you, so what?
Using them cards created that problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Talking about credit cards?
It all started with the Max machine.
Hey, Rat,
Yes, sir.
I know something you could buy and not pay for it till after you get it.
What might that be?
Go to order a dinner. When you eat it all up, then they say, here's your bill.
Say what?
Dine and Dash.
You didn't hear me, Brother Rat?
No. I heard you, but I didn't understand the first part of what you said.
Alright. Go out, take a gang with you, order dinner, and when you're done, then you pay.
Yes.
That's one place you don't pay up front. McDonald's you pay up front, you order, they tell you it's $7 and change, you hand them money, they hand you the food.
Yes. I know that there are some businesses that you pay after the fact, like electric bill. You know, they can't charge you in advance because they don't know how much you use.
You can say, give me $100 worth.
How long you think $100 would last? Week and a half?
If that.
Fucking up. Damn. 10. You got my brain on a bad subject, man. Fucking electric company is robbing us blind. And it's partially because of all these fucking data centers. Data centers use gobs of power. And when electric companies have to increase generation, they don't charge them, they spread it over all their customers. So we're paying for the fucking data center's electricity.
That's right. Gear Jammer, he's some kind of electrician or something. I know he works on electrical projects. He gets his for nothing.
Gets his what for nothing?
His electric.
Is that true, Gear Jammer?
I'm sorry, I was preoccupied changing the battery, so I didn't quite hear all that.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were changing the battery. So far, no squeal. But either way, do you get your electricity for free?
No, I don't.
10 told me you did.
I don't get mine free.
Okay. 10? Where did you get that idea?
I thought he ran a special line to his house. Bypassed the meter.
I mean, I know how to do all of that, but unfortunately, that's against the law.
Hell, I know how to do it, but I used to do it many years ago. But like Jeremy said, you go to jail for that shit today.
Can you reverse the meter so it spins backwards?
You can if you have enough solar panels.
You can unplug the meter, turn it upside down, plug it back in, let it run back.
Hey, Gear Jammer,
Yeah?
you know you're talking about the old mechanical meters, right? These new ones, you don't do that shit. You turn it upside down, it's gonna send a message. I ain't in right, and they're gonna come right to your house. You know, that smart meter communicates with the electric company.
Yes, you are absolutely right. And you don't even have to turn it upside down to plug it in. All you got to do is pull it out, and they know.
That's right. Like I said, not going to go into great detail, but many years ago, 50-some years ago, the electric company pissed me off. If you want to know the story, I'll tell you, but they pissed me off. So I started stealing from them.
And you got caught, right?
Many years later, I am so far ahead of the game. Yes.
Put a Faraday cage over them smart meters.
What's that?
I said if you want to mess with them, you put a Faraday cage over the smart meter and can't communicate.
I thought it communicated through the power lines. Look, don't get me wrong, please. I'm not saying that's the way it is. I thought that's the way it is. That's not the way it is, Catnap?
No.
So the Wi-Fi?
It's either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. But they use that to read your meter now. You know, the old meter reader. That's old tech. There's a transponder. There's the FCC ID on it too.
Okay, so it must transmit through the air. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but
I don't know what kind of range it's got, but definitely get the attention of somebody.
well, like I said, many years ago, I used to do it, and I got caught. But I'm far ahead of the game. But I wouldn't do that today for love nor money.
I ain't gonna lie to you, back in the day, I'd flip my meter upside down on weekend, flip it back up right Sunday night, but you can't do that shit nowadays.
Nope.
What the hell you complaining, right? You get your electric for nothing. You got all them solar panels.
Okay, look, Tim, I just asked my daughter about that a few days ago, because I don't know much about it. She takes care of all of that. So anyway, I asked her about it, and she says she don't know how much the panels are saving us because, now you ready for this? The electric company is still charging her the budget amount that was settled upon before we ever got the solar panels. So, in my opinion, I think when it all shakes out, the electric company will owe us many credits.
I think so. She ought to get off that budget now.
Listen, you're right, Ted. When they got the panels, that should have ceased right then. So I'm no expert. I don't know enough about it to talk about it logically. I just don't think it's right. There's no savings so far. She's paying the budget payment plus the solar panel fee.
Oh, she's got to call them, I guess, and say, I don't want to be on that, budget program, and then you'll see the actual cost.
Yeah, that's what I told her. See, I don't know where it's at now. That was several days ago, but, yeah, something's fucked up. Look, it's been screwed up from the beginning. When they first installed them, we were getting, the electric company, what call it, they didn't give us any credits because the solar company had to come out and mess with it 2 or 3 times to get it to send the proper information to the proper place. So it's been screwed up from day one. So far it's just been a pain in the ass, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but you don't have nothing to do with it.
Well, it's still a pain in the ass. Not to me, but it's screwed up. I can just explain to you from day one. It ain't been right yet. And they were put online in September.
Is that why you only talk maybe 1 day a week now, because of electric bill?
No, I don't pay it. She does. Look, listen, I am just a tenant. My name is on the deed, that's all. My daughter runs the show. She pays the taxes, electric bill, all that shit. So, she did say, when I talked to her a few days ago about it, she said, I've been paying the electric bill, but I might have to ask for some help. I said, anytime, but you got to call the electric company and find out why you're still paying what you were before the solar panels were installed, because I know, I don't know how much, but I know that they have contributed something.
Oh yeah, I think it's miscommunication there. They're charging what they always charge you. Like you said, you might be building up credits, but it's making your bill hard to pay at times. It's so high.
Yes. I won't go into detail, but absolutely, yes. It's higher than overall, it's higher than it was before we got the solar panels. Look, it's a fuck up somewhere, Tim. I don't know where. I'm not smart enough, but she's got to call them and figure it out. That's all. She's got to figure it out. This ain't right.
What are you running over there? I hear a fan or a blower or something.
Well, I'm running nothing more than I normally do. There's a little bit of fan noise from the box, but nothing more than normal. I don't know, you still hearing it?
I hear it. I don't know if anybody else does. Sounds like you got a fan on or something.
Well, like I said, there's 2 little fans, small, but they're quiet. I don't know what you're hearing, Tim. Look, I haven't changed nothing. It's no louder than it's ever been in here. That's all I know for sure.
Okay. Catnap, are you still there?
I am.
Do you hear fans or anything?
No, very faint. Sounds like room noise.
Can you hear my fan, over? No, I don't hear yours. Roger on that. Hey, Rack, can you give me a dead key without talking?
No, I have to talk every time I key up. Sure. Wait a minute. Is that enough?
Yeah. I don't hear it as much now. Maybe it's that hot air coming out of your mouth.
What? is on my breath. when I give you the dead key, you simple shit. I don't know what you're hearing, man. Like I said, it's the exact same in here it's been for years.
Well, I tell you one thing. You still sound good.
I know that, but thank you anyway. See, I know that because I don't change anything. See, unless something screws up that I don't know about, I always sound good because I don't change anything. Does that sound precocious? Does that sound precocious? Can you hear me?
Sure, why?
Why don't you answer me?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Where were we? Okay.
I thought you were talking to Catnap.
Right?
Were you talking to me or Catnap? I didn't know.
Okay. You told me I sounded good. And I said, I know. Then I followed up with, I know because I don't change anything. And people tell me I sound good and I haven't changed anything. So unless something screws up that I don't know about, I always sound good. That's why I'm confident. But, it's possible for something to screw up.
No, you're good, Rat. You're good.
But see, when I said that, I thought it was a little boastful. That's why I asked, was it too precocious?
I know we got some good weather coming up for the rest of the week.
Yeah, the cats have destroyed my air conditioner filter. Won't put the details, it's available to them. I have to repair it before I can run my air conditioner. So, I'm going to be preparing it real soon. They're talking about 90s, Ted.
I didn't hear that part. I heard 80s. I didn't hear 90. Maybe they updated it.
I don't know what days next week, but two or 3 days had 90, and the forecasters said it could go higher in places. But anywhere near 90, with the sun out, I need the air conditioner. This trailer is it's like a hot box. Sun beats on it, and you will boil.
Well, that's not going to be good for the electric bill.
Thank you for reminding me, Gear Jammer. Man, I wasn't thinking about that. Just because I don't pay for the electric, don't get me wrong. I've been a skinflint on electricity for many years. Ever since I caught the electric company ripping me off many years ago.
Never happened.
John, are you watching the spacecraft coming back?
No, what's it do? Coming back around 8 o'clock or so?
Right now.
What's it on, Fox?
So in 30 seconds will be the peak heat, and they got a 6-minute loss of communication right now. It's 5,000 degrees.
The outside of that capsule?
Yep.
She'll sizzle when she hits the water. That'd be brave to do that or have nuts.
I guess you think the risk is worth it for the thrill or something. I don't know.
It's a very crucial part there, the way that hits the water, you know.
I think the most crucial part is when it comes into the atmosphere.
I wonder if you can see re-entry from here.
11 minutes and 33 seconds down to countdown.
See that picture they're showing you of it? That thing's nothing but a ball of fire. How the heck it even takes that heat? That's incredible.
How fast is that thing moving, Tommy?
Oh, I forget they told you yesterday. I forget. Pegasus would know.
Rat, you know?
Nope.
They're going 25,000 miles an hour. Or meters per hour.
1,000, but you're probably right.
Yeah, I see it on the screen now. It's in the lower right-hand corner. They got 30-some miles left to go.
Yeah, you're right. 25,000 miles an hour, Catnap.
Yeah.
Boy, that's moving.
Yeah, it says 25,500. Nobody pays attention to the 500.
Pretty close. Going that fast, it shouldn't take long.
Got the math on all this.
They're under no propulsion now, right?
That's the way I understand it. Minutes to splash out.
One thing I don't understand is right now they're showing a visualization of what it would look like. A lot of them satellites and shit up there, why don't they have a live feed?
Wait, but that's not the real thing. Mine says live. You don't think that's real?
Well, the picture, well, the one I'm watching right now, it's that, looks like a rocket coming in, the re-entry, but that's a visualization, it's not what's really happening.
I'm looking at that thing, looks like a fireball with a long tail.
Yep.
And the
said that the ships that are going to recover it can see it now.
I wonder if they feel any of that heat inside that thing.
I don't know. They said they can feel gravity now, though.
Now you can't see it no more.
Are you watching the Fox version?
Yeah. This is called the blackout period. Now I see a live picture. You see it going in the sky.
You guys at mission control, look bored as hell.
Oh, they got radio contact. Do you ever watch it when they get to the capsule? Do you ever see like every guy knows exactly what his job is? It's pretty cool. I know it wasn't the NASA version. It must have been like Musk's version or something like that, but it's pretty cool. How the heck do those chutes take that? That's absolutely nuts.
When do they pull the parachutes?
Right now. there goes more of the small parachutes, and here comes the big parachutes. I don't know where they store all them parachutes. When they tell them there's 3 good-looking parachutes, there must be such relief, huh?
Yeah, they open.
1 minute, 15 seconds. That's crazy.
So, this is fake, right?
There goes the boosters.
Mine says live now.
See the boosters going off?
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? It's like there's room on that small thing for all those people, all those parachutes, the boosters, everything else.
Oh, it's nasty. You know, everything's miniaturized and overpriced.
In the water.
How much you think each one of those parachutes cost, Cat, now?
More than all of our life's worth right there.
Just one of them, right? That's just nuts. Even the parachutes release when they hit the water. I mean, how do they get all that figured out?
Good evening time, gentlemen.
Harder.
Ooh, Joe. Evening, Mr. RJ.
Hey, good evening time, Rat. I think I heard Tom and 10 in there. I have to. I'm gonna throw this out there right from the start. I apologize. I'm in a noise situation at the moment. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And I can hear you, Rat, but I had a little trouble hearing 10 and Tom. And so, all right, I said my piece. Rat, I thought you were. I thought that was Rat in there anyway. You in there watching? You watching the NASA come back to Earth?
No. It's how do I want to say it? It's nothing new. You know what I mean? We've been going to space for years. It's not that interesting to me.
Roger. Roger, Rabbit.
Roger.
Richard Roger.
Hey, time up. How can it be late out there? What's going on here?
What?
You're watching this, I thought we were watching this live.
They hit the water, I turned it off.
Well, it's sunny out, and it's dark here.
It's in the Pacific Ocean, Tom. There's hours different.
I'd love to be in California right now.
What was that song? Something, something. Love to be a California girl.
It's on the Pacific side, or 3 hours earlier.
Yes, it's 5 o'clock. You're right.
You know the song I'm talking about, Rat?
I didn't hear it. It was a double.
Oh, I'd love to be a California girl.
Yes.
Who sung that?
That's not the way it goes. The Beach Boys. I wish they all could be California girls.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're correct. I had a little trouble hearing you there, but I did catch that part. Yeah, I wish they all could be California girls. Yeah. Thank you for that correction.
I grew up with the Beach Boys. What can I say?
You grew up with the Beach Boy. You went to school with them or something?
Oh, yeah. We were best buds. We used to smoke pot together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave them the idea for Cocoa Bomb.
Oh, no kidding.
And believe me when I say this to you, a lot of times, if we're still alive in the dating zone, we're still acting as though...
They never give you any credit for that, Rat, did they?
No, I didn't ask for any. It was my contribution to the world of music.
But I'm not asking people to be ultimate...
Tenfold. All right, well, I'm not going to take up too much of anybody's time. Catnap, I can hear you real well. A lot of other people, I think I heard Mumbles in there earlier, too. Mumbles, if you're still in there, good evening time to you. I'm having a lot of trouble hearing everybody else. I can hear Rat, but not so much. And listen, it's no fault of your own. It's me over here. I know that's what my last girlfriend says. She says, it's not you, it's me. But everybody else farther out, man. I'm having a real hard time. So I'll be sitting here on the side.
I feel your pain. Been there, done that.
Roger.
Not you, it's me. That happened to you before that?
No, that's not what I was referring to. Not being able to hear people. That's what I was referring to.
Copy.
I am, just for the record, I am completely 100% on battery power over here, by the way. I was trying to eliminate some issues with the noise and trying to see where it came from. Running on 100% battery power actually made the situation better. Not perfect, but better. And that's all I got to say about that.
Power supplies can make noise. Again, I've been here, done that. Several years ago, I tracked down a whole bunch of self-generated noise.
Definitely RFI or EMI.
What's that?
I said it's definitely RFI or EMI.
Absolutely.
A perfect opportunity to shut your main breaker off if you're on if you're on battery power, your radio, shut the main breaker off. That would tell you whether it's in your house or not.
I could tell Tom was in there. I could tell Tom was in there saying something, but I couldn't make it out.
Take 4 out right for him.
You said if you pull your main breaker, you could tell if the noise was coming from your house electrical system.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. No. I've done that. And actually my best the best way to clear up the noise that I am having is to do just that. Is to, well, basically just run it on 100% battery power. If I disconnect from the street, a tiny little bit goes away. It ain't nothing to talk about. And so it's coming. It's RFI. It's coming in straight through the antenna.
Gotcha. Understand fully. Again, been there, done that. I chased noise several years ago for a long time.
Tenfold.
Just get yourself a Cobra radio, and it'll get rid of all that noise.
Nah, that don't work neither. I have a Cobra. I have a 29 LTD. It does the same thing on that one as well. I did. Good evening time to you, Gear Jammer. I think I took a second to realize that was you talking, but good evening time to you.
Good evening to you, too. You can hear me okay?
I mean, I can hear you. It's I can't hear you clear, but I can hear you. I can make out what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I don't, it's all the consistent damn thing. TJ, sometimes I have a really hard time hearing him, and then other times he comes in here blasting. Like tonight I can hear him really good.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing I got over here. Well, for the most part. Quiet conditions is what I'm looking for, and sometimes I have them, and sometimes I do not.
Whatever it is, it's by you, 'cause I'm quiet.
How come you're home tonight, Mumbles?
How you doing, Tom?
Good evening. I thought you were going to the races.
Nah, the one car didn't go, so here we are. They didn't go.
Copy that. I don't know if you hear me over there, Gear Jammer, but I don't think I got a chance to say good evening to you. Good evening.
Good evening, Tom. Yeah, I hear you really good tonight.
Yeah, I hear you really good, too.
Hey, Mumbles, next time we, have it face-to-face, I'll have to show you. I drew a map. Well, I took a picture of a map, and I did some driving around a couple weeks ago with, like, where the noise was coming from and, like, where it was loud, where it was not loud. It's pretty interesting. I'll have to show it to you.
That was a double there, RJ, but you came over it.
Roger. Who'd I double with?
I have no idea.
Did I double with you, Mumbles?
No, sir.
Roger, you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. But I still kind of figure it's got to be from George across the street there.
Yeah, I keep thinking that too. I don't know exactly what he's doing over there, but I keep thinking that too. Anyway, I'll show you the map when we get together one time. Because actually, to be honest with you, as far as that goes, but like the name you just said, the map that I drew doesn't really show that. It kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. It actually is more out towards the four-way stop. Anyhow, let me get back off on the side. I'll be sitting here.
Looking at the pictures of the capsule floating around in the water, and it doesn't look very freaking big. I don't know how many astronauts. 4, 5, I don't know, 4.
George, have you ever been down to the aviation museum down at the Smithsonian Institute, the Aeronautical Museum? You've got to go there if you've never been. That's something you absolutely have to do. Washington, D.C.
I'm gonna have to make that a point.
I've been there several times. It's a shame. Like once you've been there a couple times, I guess it loses something. The first time I was over there, oh man, that was so cool. Well, they got those capsules there. You can see how small they are. You wouldn't want to be in it. The problem is there's nowhere to park. You got boats, ships, helicopters, everything. What I was saying is they got those capsules down there, and you can see how small they are.
I'm just watching it on TV here, and I see all these little boats floating around it, and of course the capsule's floating in the water, and it's, it's hard to tell by looking on TV, but according to the boats and what's floating around there, the capsule don't look very big to me.
Down there at that museum, they got full-size like airliners hanging from the ceiling. All the space shuttle, the space capsules, the Apollos, like the Wright brothers airplanes, all kind of stuff like that.
What's the name of that place?
Air and Space Museum, I believe it's called now. It used to be called the Aeronautical something. I think it's called the Air and Space Museum at the Smithsonian Institute. I've been down there to all of it. Nothing will knock your socks off like that building will.
Definitely gotta look into that.
They got the full-size rockets in there, and you walk like up a staircase around them. They're absolutely huge, like tall. I don't know how they get all that stuff in there. I don't know.
It's like the battleship New Jersey. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been there. I mean, I'm sure you have. But to me, when I've walked through that boat, I've been there several times. I just like going to that boat. It amazes me how in 1940, 41, I think, and how them people lived on there, and the technology they had back then was, it was crazy. I can't imagine the technology we got now. They could send a shell out of that boat 22 miles away and hit a Volkswagen just by shooting a freaking mortar out of a thing, you know. If they could do that back then, what do they got now?
I've been on that boat. That boat's got such history. I mean, I think that was in more battles than any other boat. It's the most successful battleship, I believe. And they said just the enemy, just knowing that that ship was sitting offshore was enough to, you know, make a difference.
Yeah, I heard that Japan, you know, when they did the Hawaii thing, you know, Pearl Harbor thing, and then after that got done, they were trying to talk peace talks, and they had the battleship Missouri over there. And Japan didn't even want to talk. They said, we'll talk, but you got to get that battleship out of there. They were so afraid of it.
I don't know if they still have it set up that way because I know they restored it or something, but you used to be able to stand up in the top at one spot and look all the way down to the keel. And it was like, it was so far down. It's amazing how big that boat is. I mean, it's like you were like on top of the Empire State Building looking down. It's so big.
You can, yeah. Like I said, I've been to that boat. We go to that boat probably at least once a year. And, you know, because I just got some friends that like to go visit it. But there is one spot, like you said, you go towards the front of the boat, and they got this hatch. The hatches go down, 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 and you can look from the top down. You can look down these hatches and see the bottom.
Crazy. How about the armament up on that battle bridge? I mean, it's like freaking 3 foot thick.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. That battleship just amazes me. It's crazy.
My favorite part is down like the cafeteria and like down where the officers and the captain has his office and everything. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and then when you get down there by the cafeteria, if you walk towards the back, way towards the back of the boat, they get this
somebody from, like, you know, a prisoner. I went out to California and was on the Hornet. That's an aircraft carrier. That's pretty cool, too. Yeah, you go right on the bridge and everything. They do have one in New York City. I don't know if you can get on it or not, but if you watch Fox in the afternoon, they have a program called The Five, and it's like in the background all the time, that aircraft carrier. I don't know which one it is. I'm sure they got something, but I don't know if you're allowed to go on it down there. I just don't know. But like I said, I was out in California, and they had all like the old, it was like a Vietnam era carrier. And on the deck and everything.
Contact us at info@wmr.com. With an E or with an
realize, you know, like the battleship New Jersey's got like 3 machine shops.
I moved a raise for a guy 2 years ago or so, and I had to put on a big This thing was huge. It was so long. I had to build all kinds of special casters. We jack it up, put it on these special casters, get it through the shop, and that was a huge piece of. But anyway, it said some, I forget which battleship though. I know right where it's at still. I'm going to ask the guys to look sometime. But it was interesting when it came off a ship. It was so big. You'd think the thing would sink the ship. It was so heavy.
You know, battleships like the museum battleships like the New Jersey is, mostly all battleships, when, you know, right now, they don't have the props on them. The only battleship that still has the prop on them, even though it's in the water, is the battleship New Jersey.
How about that?
And the reason why the battleship New Jersey decided to keep the props on, even though it's floating in the water, is because they say because they recommend you take the props off. But they didn't want to do that because they said once you take the props off and they get up on land, then they end up in somebody else's hands and the original props to the boat get lost.
These astronauts must figure, all this trip, we finally get back to Earth and then we bob around in the ocean for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'd be ready to get out of here and call an Uber to help us.
Better get to our quick, there's only so much oxygen in there.
Well, Catnap, they raced all those boats over there to it. They all get there like they're going there to put fire out or something, and then they all just congregate way away. What was that all about?
Yeah, I got no clue. I don't know if they got it. Did they get him out yet?
Not on the one I'm watching.
No, so they're still in there. Okay. That's a small little capsule for all them people. They're going to have to figure something out quick, because that's a lot of CO2.
I don't know. There's a ship that backs up to it that kind of has the capsule can float almost into the stern of the ship, and then there's a crane pulls it up onto a deck. At least that's the way I've seen it done before. I don't see any ship in sight in the picture I'm watching.
Right before they get him out, the news broadcast will end for a second, and it'll come back, then you'll watch him coming out.
keep saying any moment. It's been going on for an hour. How long is a moment?
Depends on how bad you have to pee.
Listen, I've been listening. Catnip, you ain't right, man. Depends on how bad you have to pee.
Catnip, it's like the kids in the back of the car. How long is it going to be? And when are we going to get there? And then Dad says, we'll be there in a moment. Well, that's what you just said, yeah. Well, I got to pee. Yeah, we'll be there in a moment. Is there a technical piece of time that's related to a moment?
That's a good question.
Kind of like saying we'll be there in a while. Or how about saying we have a few of those?
In my opinion, when somebody says, I got a couple, that's two. If I got a few, that's three or four.
That's right. A couple is two. A few is three or more.
Well, a couple is two, technically. But you've often heard somebody say, I got a couple of them back there. They mean there's some back there. I'm not sure how many. It's kind of like saying I saw a Mack truck. It wasn't a Mack truck, it was a big truck, but people call it a Mack truck.
I used to think a few was only three, but I have accepted four over the years. Five, I don't know. There's got to be a word for that.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's right. You're exactly right, Kat. That's exactly right. If you got five or more, you got a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, man. If you got a bag of them, you got a shit ton.
Man, you're educated on units of measurement, aren't you, Catnip?
Oh yeah, man. Just wait till you learn about con hairs.
Ah! I've heard that since I was a teenager working on cars. Just needs a cut hair more.
I used to work with this damn lady at the furniture market setting up the damn showrooms, and I need moved over a scooch or just a little. Well, I like, lady, what the hell is it?
She must have been Spanish. They like explaining things in noises.
Yeah, she was from freaking New York.
Oh, that explains it.
Guess she was having daydreams of being back on Fifth Avenue.
Did your picture come back down there, Gear Jammer?
Did my what come back?
Your picture, your television?
Fine, but they were, I had the NASA thing on there, the splashdown thing, and then all of a sudden it went off and it went to another program.
I just don't understand why all those boats raced over there. They all raced out there. There's a few of them. Anyway, they raced over there, and then they just sit there. And now there's one that just keeps on going around in circles around it. I mean, what are they proving?
Well, back in the day when they first sent a man on the moon, when that thing splashed down, they sent a boat out there, a recovery boat, and they would pick this thing up and put it on the boat, and then the astronauts would come out of the capsule. So I didn't see no big boat. I'm like you, I just see a bunch of little boats floating around there, so I don't know.
Well, there's got to be a big boat going to winch it out. Like you said, and then they get them on the deck, and that's when they take them out of there. But there's one boat that just keeps going around in circles around the darn thing. I think if you were inside that thing rocking, you'd tell them people, get the blanker up.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm opening the hatch now, and I'll swing down. You know, and I don't know, maybe I'm thinking, I don't know. And she's saying this is a historical moment. We're sending people around the moon. It's historical. I don't know what's so historical about it. We've already landed people on the moon, so what's the big deal about just flying them around?
That's what I said a few minutes ago when somebody, I think it was Catnip, asked me about it. I'm not excited because been there, done that. The only thing different was the astronauts went a little farther from Earth than anybody else. Other than that, it was just a routine space mission.
Oh, they're going back.
What?
I said they're going back.
Okay, what's it got to do with what I just said?
I said this is part of a four-part mission.
Okay.
They're doing recon.
Again, okay. But my point remains the same. It's not historical. To me, we've been here, done that many times.
Well, they ran out of ways to take your hard-earned tax-paying dollars, so they're pulling out some of the old little goodies.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Right, it's not historical, it's hysterical.
Yeah, I think.
Well, to the younger generation, it's historical because they've never seen it, but to us, older people have already seen it and done it.
I don't need to see somebody land on the moon to tell me that the fucking moon's there.
You need to shut the fuck up, Catnap.
Hurry, come on now.
You just pissing on everything. Stop.
I mean, come on, man, be a realist. Like that was a big thing, the space race, man. We gotta get to the freaking moon. Why? To conquer space? Why don't you conquer disease?
We're in a space race again, that's what this is. They're in a space race with China. The race is to colonize the moon.
You know, Catnap, you're 100% right, man. There's bigger fish to fry out there.
If we landed on the fucking moon, it would be within 20 years. There'll be a missile base up there, and they'd blow it all to shit. The moon is a reminder of what we're gonna look like if we don't learn from our mistakes.
Holy shit! You need to stop that, man. You talking about doom today. You're making me shake.
I can't, I think I'm maybe I'm not the only one, but I'm praying for all of this shit to end soon. Because a lot of people are so fucking ignorant that Jesus can walk in front of them and they would question it.
Go on, get it, Jammer.
Wait, well, hold on a second. Did Gear Jammer find heavy cream at Wawa somewhere? I haven't either. I've been looking. I've been stopping at Wawa's purposely just to look for heavy cream. I haven't found it yet.
Have you looked in where the milk and cream is?
In there, in the refrigerated section, yeah, but not where the coffee's at.
Refrigerated section?
I did find it in the refrigerator section, but not where the coffee is at.
You know, when you're going to find a heavy cream, you got to go after dark, and you got to go behind the Wawa.
Oh, shit.
I would say this whole, excuse me, this whole moon thing, they didn't go to the moon. I mean, they did a Jersey jug handle around it. I'll give them that.
Oh! Oh! Damn! Jersey jug handle. I love it.
See that? They already made it into America. They did a NASCAR move. They made a left turn.
They only did it once. NASCAR does it hundreds and hundreds of times. But I get your point. See, that's what I mean by the word historical. I just don't think fits. We've done 4 more historical things than that. We can flip for a joyride around the moon.
Not that I disagree with you, Rat, but you said we've done more historical. Okay, now that I'm saying it out loud, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, what's the historical?
That's right, several times.
So I just asked what's historical about it. It's the first crewed mission to the moon in over 50 years, marking humanity's return to deep space. And it's the first mission to fly a crewed the Space Launch System SLS rocket.
Okay, I'll buy that. In that respect, it's historical. But I just don't buy it. To me, it's not that historical. They can call it what they want. It's just that they didn't go on the moon, man. They just went around it.
First crewed lunar mission in over 50 years, a record-breaking distance, new technology test, unique observations, and path to long-term presence.
Not to steal Cat Slap's thunder, he mentioned this earlier, and I'm not sure if anybody heard him or not, but I agree. You know, this whole, between how much money they spent to make a Jersey jug handle around the moon, isn't there bigger fish to fry, like some other stuff that we could be doing to, you know, make everything a little bit better than, you know, wasting money going to a planet we're not going to land on again, or what?
You're not a true patriot. You don't understand.
Couldn't you say the same thing about every war we've ever fought?
That's even that. Yep, it all falls in the same category.
It's all bullshit, I tell you.
See, here's the thing. I mean, I'm not condoning space travel and all that good stuff. I mean, you know, explore space, learn about our existence, learn about science, astrophysics. But the ocean is within reach for a lot of reasons. I mean, getting up into space is one thing, but why ever go into the ocean? We have complete and utter control over that. We don't have to leave the atmosphere for that. But only 5% of the ocean has ever been mapped. I wonder why. Why is space more important than what's inside of our own atmosphere?
Well, they say we know more about space than we know about the ocean.
That's exactly right, and I wonder why.
What do you think, Matt? Explain it to me.
It's because they don't want this new age, because there's been mass extinctions over and over again throughout time. We are a blip in this universe's history, okay? And if we were to find out that we weren't the first ones on this planet, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't just evolve from Neanderthal and we made the wheel, you know? There's more shit under the ocean than there is on land, because that's what it used to be. And continental shift and everything else, things have moved around.
You know, I don't find any mistruths in anything you said, but I also don't understand the relevance.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a really good example, and this is a good one that a lot of people can relate to or understand, right? So, talk about the end of days and the apocalypse and shit, right? When the last time this planet was flooded and the ice age and everything, right? So when the earth was flooded, and they said that somebody made a giant boat, it was made out of gopher wood. You know where gopher wood comes from? Florida.
You know, I understand what you're saying, but that means nothing to me, nothing whatsoever about the question I asked. What?
We are less advanced than what we should be. I'll put it to you that way.
Okay, that's more understandable. Thank you.
You know, they're saying on here that when the astronauts return, their sense of smell is incredible. Never thought about that.
Wait a minute. I heard everything up until the last few words. What did you say about the smell?
Most definitely.
I misunderstood a few words. Got you now.
You know, they say space smells like burnt steak. I believe his name is Chris McDowell, something like. He was up on the ISS, and there was people sending him questions. I said, "What does space smell like?" And he said, "Burnt steak." And the question after that is, how would you smell space? It would be on their space when they do their spacewalks. Oh, EVAs.
Then you're not really smelling space. You're smelling the artificial atmosphere inside your suit.
Oh no, when you're outside of the craft, you know, you get a residual scent on your suit, I guess.
A residual what?
A residual smell on your suit, I guess.
Okay.
I could tell so many jokes like that. Gear Jammer, did you get your radio fixed today? Copy that. They got the hatch open. I didn't know they did that while I was in the water. Fox. On my TV, it's 820.
You still got cable?
Yep.
Hey, Rat.
Yes, sir.
What time is it?
I don't know. It's about 2 minutes before I pick up my vape.
Oh, at least I know you changed your clocks.
What's wrong with you, boy?
Time to roll a blunt.
Hey! Tiger Hood!
Beetlejuice!
Hello, Catnap.
How you doing, Dave?
How's everybody doing?
We're doing just ducky, man. We just watched the thing fall out of the sky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Nice job. Nice job.
And good job to whoever packed those parachutes.
Man, I can't understand how they can get all the drone shoots, the main parachutes, and the balloons that keep it upright when it splashes down. How do they fit all that stuff in there?
I know you've got to seen that movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Well, you know, NASA, they got the technology.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, dude, we were talking about the same thing. All them shoots, and they come out perfectly, and then the release from the doggone thing once it's in the water, and then these floats to keep it upright. I mean, my goodness, and not to mention the astronauts are in there.
Yeah, crazy.
I don't remember seeing them open the hatch, like, while I was still in the water before. I thought they waited till I got on the boat.
I always thought they took them out. They took them out as soon as they splashed down.
That's my recollection.
Well, who is it that pulls the capsule up onto the ship? Is that Elon Musk deal?
No, that's probably NASA still.
Oh, they pull it up, it like goes into like a notch in the stern of the boat, and then there's a crane that picks it up and puts it right on the deck, and then they take them out one at a time after they check them for all that radioactivity and all that stuff.
Roger.
Well, they're not doing it that way this time. If the big wave doesn't come along, flood them poor guys.
Yeah.
good. You know everything was going pretty good. We'll spend a couple $1 million to get that total problem fixed. You said it did not?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
For what? Pooping?
Yep, and I guess peeing out the window or something, I don't know.
They threw a funnel on the floor.
There you go. They got the funnel going.
The pilot said to the rest of the astronauts, I'll be right back. I got a roll of joint, get a cigarette, and get a beer. Take a leak.
That'd be horrible if you gotta take a leak as you're coming in, man. Be waiting. I gotta piss, man.
I've had to piss for the last 9 days.
Well, if, because there's no, what do you call it, gravity, I wonder if when you take a leak it ends up in your helmet.
Oh, no. It's one of them space-age golden showers.
Pegasus, you could probably tell us what it is they're doing, but it looks pretty unprofessional.
Wouldn't it be something if them balloons were filled with helium and the damn things were floating out of the water and they had to wait longer to get them down?
How about those stories of the guys with the beach chairs with the balloons? Think so.
There was a post online I seen a couple days ago. A guy in a lawn chair with 48 balloons attached to him. He got busted or some shit. If they're getting these astronauts out of that pod in the water, how are they going to get them out without dropping them into the water? Because the whole lack of gravity thing, they can't exactly walk. Or swim, for that matter.
Oh yeah, they go right to the bottom. That'd be good for the rest of the world to see.
It'll be a brief pause in the coverage, and all of a sudden, when they come back to it, they'll be walking out or getting drug out on a gurney.
Those moon boots, right? They had weights on them.
Yeah, I think so.
What was the movie where the guy at the end, he's just floating out into space, he's like still alive, but he's just floating like with no hope?
Ringing a bell to me.
This whole recovery thing was a movie. We'd be sitting here watching it, the little thing floating in the water, and then you see like a Russian ship come in and hijack the whole scene. Then you get like this breaking news coverage. This just in, the Artemis crew has been kidnapped. And you see Vladimir Putin on the 6 o'clock news, we will give you back your astronaut for $10 billion. Oh man, that would be a hit movie, man. You get Tom Cruise, it'd be like Mission Impossible.
The movie is called The Mission to Mars 2000. At the end of the film, Woody Blake takes his tether during a rescue attempt, loses oxygen, and realizes that there is no hope, prompting him to break the helmet visor to commit suicide, effectively flipping out, giving up, and letting go. I guess if not for Elon Musk, those other guys would have been in space with no hope.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to put him on some kind of a big raft. The raft is like as big as the capsule.
Yeah, they call it the front porch.
Where's this ship that can pick it up?
Got caught in traffic.
I saw one not too long ago. They picked the whole thing up on the deck, and the guy goes in from the crew, and he undoes him and everything, and like helps him to get on the deck and all. It must have been not NASA. It must have been the Elon Musk deal.
I want to know how the hell they're breathing in there.
Years.
I want to know how the hell they're breathing in there.
We got the door open.
Do they?
Yeah. You can see movement inside it, but I don't know if it's they got like those Navy SEALs in the water all around. I don't know if it's a Navy SEAL inside it or it's the astronauts. They have to be in those big suits, right? Fox. Called Return to Earth Artemis 2.
I'm watching the NASA live stream, and they've even gotten them out yet. All I see, it looks like a damn buoy in the water with a boat next to it.
You gotta turn on Fox. You can see all the men working. Right now they got it in tow. Like with a small boat with 3 men on it with an outboard. I think there's a support crew inside it, because you can see movement inside it. Can you talk into your controller, gear jammer? You just find a thing that looks like a microphone and you hold it down and say Jesse Waters. That's whose program this is on, Jesse Waters. Oh, they gotta hydrate them. They said the reason it's taken so long, it's the currents. The currents are, I guess, worse than they thought they were going to be. And inside is a Navy SEAL. That's each astronaut has his own guy, and the SEAL's like a medic. Can you talk in your mic?
Yeah, but it takes me to Jesse Walters, whatever program he does.
You have regular cable?
Yes.
It's 820. Pretty darn good coverage, isn't it? See, I don't understand. Like I said, I saw the one where they pick it right up and put it on the boat. That seems to be better than all this they're going through. There's seals in the water, there's seals inside the thing. That thing you're calling the front porch, they can't get that thing deployed. That's what's going on. Thank goodness the capsule worked better than that thing does. Why can't they move their heads? It'll break their necks because of the G-forces now? That's weird, isn't it? Do you realize what these astronauts have been through before they ever even get chose to do this? They've got to be like mentally, physically, everything. They got to be the best. There can't be anybody better, and that person would probably be in there. Because they're saying they go through all kind of emotions and everything when you come back into the Earth's atmosphere. Because you thought you were going to die when you're in that fireball. You think they can see that out the window? I just don't understand how they can make something that can withstand that heat. I don't know about that, but it was 5,000 degrees, right? Isn't that what it was? It's like 25,000 miles an hour at 5,000 degrees.
That friction is crazy.
So, like, the angle of re-entry is, like, extremely important, correct?
Oh yeah.
It's all physics and math, mathematics is just crazy that they can figure that out.
So they come in too steep, they're going to hit too hard, and their parachutes or their de-entry devices are going to fail. And if they come in too shallow, too shallow, they can actually skip off the atmosphere.
But it doesn't have anything to do with the temperatures and stuff?
That I don't know.
So this thing can survive, but like when a meteor or comet or whatever comes into the atmosphere, it burns up. How about that for a thought?
We've seen Halley's Comet for like 80 years, so I guess if it just has to get close enough.
But that's not inside the atmosphere, is it?
I was just trying to make a joke, never mind.
Okay. Not as up on space as you and Pegasus are.
I wish I could have caught the transmission that they made.
Hey, Catnap.
Yes, sir.
I was just thinking about what you were saying. I bet if you searched enough on the internet, you could find the audio of the splashdown.
There was a, I'm trying to find it now. It was a what is it called? SSTV. I don't know if it was telemetry, I don't know if it was picture, voice, whatever, but they transmitted on one of the, like the CB channels or some shit.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the post. It was I think it was a week ago or a couple days ago. They've only been up there, 6 days, so it was probably a couple days ago. It's a SSTV. I don't know if that's picture, audio, or what, but I don't know if it was real, but that would have been pretty cool to see.
Well, SSTV is a ham term for slow scan TV. So it wouldn't be anywhere near even what you were used to before HD. It's way less than standard.
So it's like an analog broadcast signal.
Well, SSD is, as far as I know, stands for slow scan.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, Gear Jammer. You can't see this, I'm sorry. All those seals are standing on the outside of it. Gives you an idea. That thing's bigger than you think it is. Is it 4 Pegasus or 5? Yes.
I found it. CB radioactivity, SSTV, special station from Spain, broadcasting on 27.275, 27 CB. It was April the 8th. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, what they're saying there, Pegasus, it must be horrible for those Navy SEALs when they go in there. They say it stinks so bad in there. Did you hear the astronaut? He said he had gotten a shower and a shave and everything, and when he went back to look in the capsule, he couldn't even put his head in there. It stunk so bad. But it said their sense of smell is incredible once they've been in space.
taking the Mile High Club to a whole new level, literally. Oh yeah. I did not. Oh no. Other than it sounds funny, Commander's the last one out. Oh my god!
reason for the Canadian astronaut? What was that all about?
The first woman, first man of color,
far offshore are they? Did they take off from John Kennedy? I mean, like from Florida? Did they take off from Florida? But yet they land in the Pacific. Do they always land in the Pacific? Can you be specific about the Pacific? What the heck is the swimmer doing? Is he towing it? Don't you have a joke for us, Catnap?
I'm fresh out, Tom.
Copy. Me and Pegasus have been pretty patient over here. We're waiting for you to pass it, and you haven't passed it yet.
I need to get some of the brownies.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Where'd you go, man? Damn YouTube.
Well, you had a good run while it lasted, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Ragchew.
What's your schedule? You gotta work tomorrow?
Yeah, I got my overnight tomorrow. 8 to 4, 8 p.m. to 4 in the morning.
Oh, it's not Sunday this week?
I got Sunday too. That's 6 or 7 to 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that's rough.
I need to get my damn bike back on the road.
9 degrees too, and the hard response too.
I'm at the mercy of the post office.
You better get busy picking them up. It's going to get dark soon.
I just don't get it. It's almost like intentional. Wish I could remember which one I saw. It was a white capsule, real white, and there was 3 astronauts in it. And they picked it right up like it was nothing. Backed right up to it within minutes. Backed right up to it, plucked it out of the ocean, set it on the deck. I'll bet you within 10 more minutes I had them out of there. That's what I was thinking. Oh, this is like a farce. Why do you have to lower this guy when there's already 15 guys down there that can do that job? This is not going well. You could kind of pull the helicopter down where it needs to be. retention lines around here?
Yeah, I've been seeing them fly around.
That's crazy, man. First of all, I saw it, I'm like, why is this helicopter got this, like, 40-foot step ladder hanging from a cable? And I looked up again, there's a man hanging from the bottom of the ladder. So they don't go inside the helicopter, they fly them outside wherever they're going. Well, that looks primitive to me. That looks primitive.
To me, it looked like they went into the belly of a helicopter.
The first one certainly didn't. To me, the whole mission seems like incredible science, precision, accuracy, unbelievable. And this all seems like you're watching the Flintstones. The best pilot to last.
Yeah, they spent days practicing this.
Again, guess who's last? You know somebody's going to say something about that, some congressman or something. Well, sure they are. Is I was kind of wondering why they hoist them and take them to a ship as opposed to taking them to like just a hospital or a base or something, you know?
Yeah, good question. It gave them quicker access to the astronauts' health than it would if they took the time and flew, inland.
You're right, it pulls them right up in there. I can see them sitting inside.
Yep.
seeing this, and the helicopter's got a bad paint job. The decals are falling off.
I still don't get what they're saying. They're going to go to the in 2028. I don't think they even have a lander to land on the moon.
Well, that's what they said. That's the only part that's missing now. What you just said.
Yeah, it's a big piece of the puzzle. I know Elon Musk wants to send a Starship up there, but that thing's not even close to being finished.
I'm falling asleep, gentlemen. Have a good night, man. Catch you next time around. Great weekend, everyone.
Alright, you too, Tom. Three's Catnap, I'm doing the same. Brother Rat and Gear Jammer, if you can hear me. 73s.